How do you edit the files of a WordPress website if you don't have access to the hosting or the cPanel or an FTP to it? Well, this is kind of a technical video, but hopefully this is helpful to anyone who is running a WordPress website who is curious about a specific plugin that we're going to cover called WP File Manager. So WP File Manager is a plugin, it's free, you can install it, and it allows you to have access to those core files that you can edit any of the files, like the header file, the footer file, those main core files, the PHP files that make up any WordPress site that normally you can only get to if you have access to the hosting. This plugin allows you to edit those files. So they can be super helpful when you don't have access to the hosting or an FTP account. I like to use it on a lot of different sites when I'm working on a client's hosting plan that I don't have access to. I'm able to get in there and make some changes without having to ask the request if we can't even get access sometimes. But the reason that I'm making this video specifically is if you see WP File Manager in a website and you're not currently using it, it's really important to delete that plugin. This is what I call a one-time use plugin, meaning that it's not meant to stick around. It opens up the core of your website to all the different files, the security files that are very important that hackers can use to spread malware or to just ruin your website. So you don't want to give that access, just keep that access in the back end of your website unless you're using it, unless you absolutely need it. So I like to install WP File Manager if I'm using it, if I need it, and then I will do what I need to do in the file, save and whatever, and then I delete that plugin and get rid of it. So it's WP for WordPress, so WP, and then File Manager, that's the plugin. If you see that, it has a folder as its icon. If you see that plugin in place and you know you're not using it or anybody on your team is using it, definitely delete it. And don't worry about it, it's not gonna cause any issues by deleting it. It's not like it has any hooks or attachments or causes anything to happen with the website whatsoever. So you can totally delete it, and then as soon as somebody needs it again, they can just reinstall it. And there's no changes that will happen to your website, no damages or danger when you uninstall it, but there is a danger if you leave it in place. If someone somehow gets access to your website, not only can they make changes to the current website, they can actually make changes to the whole core of everything. So it's much more dangerous to just leave it in place and no really reason to do so. Just install it when you need it, uninstall it when you don't. This is Joe with SkyPoint Studios. Hopefully that is a little insight into keeping your website more secure and also how to edit things when you don't have access to an FTP or a host. I run a company called SkyPoint Studios. We love to help people with their websites, with their web design, and their SEO. If you need help, definitely holler at me. If you have more questions about this video and how to use that plugin or anything that's going on with your website, definitely comment down below. I'd love to help you, and thank you so much, as always, for watching my videos. I'll catch you on the next one.